It is NFL draft week, so we've got Crowder boots on the ground, to steal a saying from Tobin. We've got boots on the ground in Detroit. Solana's always boots on the ground with the Heat and the Kaseya Center. Would you prefer to talk about Friday night's game against the Bulls or yesterday's game against the Celtics?
They played yet? I have a montage ready to go with Tyler Hero's big game over the weekend. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
That was a rough one. That was a rough one yesterday. I'm not you know what, though? I don't think they're going to get swept. I just don't. I don't. I don't know what it is. I just don't.
Boston had a historic three-point shooting night.
They did.
But, Hawk, they were down. What was the biggest
deficit? Jimmy Butler. No, I mean, listen, this is,
34.
I'm not telling you they're going to win the series. I'm just telling you, I don't think they're going to get swept. I really don't. I don't think that the Heat are scared of that Celtics team. And I think with some tweaks, perhaps you let Kevin Love play a little more, Spo. Some of us had over 1.5 made threes. He had an easy early three, and then the minutes became very sporadic, Spo. Maybe we work on that.
Hawk, have you seen After Earth with Will Smith and his little son?
No, I remember it, though.
It's a terrible movie. They both he acts like he has an accent. His son can't act for anything. It's a terrible movie. But I was watching it just because I was bored. There's a saying in there that just popped in my mind I thought was pretty cool. He said, fear is fake. Because fear is created. It's in your mind. Fear is in your mind. Danger is real. The damn Celtics are dangerous. You don't have to fear. You don't have to fear them.
I'm not telling you the Heat are going to surprise the world and win this series. I'm just telling you I don't think they're going to get swept.
I would go the other way because that game was ugly. And then
that game was ugly.
We can't keep up with them. Hawk, we can't keep up with them offensively. I don't even with their 3-point shooting, you're down by 30. Like, is Jimmy healthy? Did you know something we don't know? Because
they had a nice week off. We had played on Friday, then had to travel. I'm gonna let them get there, and they don't play again until Wednesday. Let them get their bearings. I still believe they could steal one in Boston, and this is going to be an entirely different series.
I'm with you. I don't see it happening.
Okay. Panthers, they are going to take it to the Lightning ass. That's the feeling that I got yesterday after watching that Panthers game, that the demons of the Tampa Bay Lightning in the playoffs specifically will be exorcised from the Panthers. I think the Panthers are I think Paul Maurice is some sort of mad genius. I think he's got this team. He knew exactly where he would need them to be come playoff time. And all you silly people, me, who were worried about what was going on with the Panthers towards the end of the season, Paul Maurice was a mad genius. And now you're going to see the fruits of his genius. I think that they are going to kick that Lightning ass.
I'm with you. Now we're on the same page with this one. All right. They look good last night.
Does anybody think the Dolphins are going to do anything cutesy, wacky in the draft?
No.
Neither do I.
Trade down. Why not? Trade down.
Trade down, meaning give up what number pick they have? 21?
Yeah, 21st overall pick. If the guy that they really like, because Chris Grier was pretty adamant, it'll be best player available at that position. If, the offensive lineman gets taken 2 picks before that they really liked, or the defensive tackle that they really like gets picked before, and one of the guys on their big board isn't there anymore, trade down, give away that 21st pick, and maybe try to turn it into a couple more picks in the 2nd or 3rd round. Why not?
Wouldn't bother me.
Take the best player you can get. Because if you trade down to the 2nd round, now you're 10 spaces back at least, and now you're not getting the best player available. I like best player available type people. Go get talent for your team.
Not if the best player available is not a position of need. Like, I think it's pretty evident the Dolphins need offensive line help and defensive line help after losing Christian Wilkins and not having Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips to start the season, no matter what Jalen Phillips said. And then your offensive line, like, you haven't been able to solidify it. Teron Armstead, we know, is going to be available 60% of the season. That's what the Dolphins should be drafting here.
They need an O-lineman. They need an edge rusher. They could use a linebacker with Jerome Baker leaving. I wouldn't be mad if they took another corner. I'm okay with the safeties, but corner, linebacker, D lineman, O lineman, there's going to be nobody available that's good at 21 in 4 positions. Somebody's going to be available.
I think someone will be available. I don't think that they'll be in any rush to trade down because I think they do need some significant pieces who you can find in the first round more than the second. I'm just looking to see if they're not going to do anything cutesy.
To go up.
Go up, take a quarterback, like just something cutesy. Just something cutesy. I don't need that in my life right around now. I really don't. I've got the Panthers and the Heat to worry about. Marlins actually strung together a couple of wins. I don't need anything cutesy coming out of the Dolphins. I need Tua. I need some protection. And what do they do? What do they start this season? Sometime in September or something? Let's not get cutesy. Let's do Paul Maurice style. Put your nose down. Let's get down to business.
Solana hates Tua.
He really does.
Yeah, excited he got.
Comes through. It comes through at every little crack that it can seep out.
Yeah.
Doesn't like Tua.
Yeah, you said best player available, didn't you? You said, correct me if I'm wrong. You both said best player available, right? What if the best player available is a quarterback?
We don't need it. I just gave you the 4 positions we need.
Hold on a second. Did you or did you not?
Who's going to be available at 21? That's a quarterback.
Maybe
what are you saying?
Michael Penix.
Michael Penix. The dude from Michigan that Jim Harbaugh is desperately trying to get taken in the top 10, who clearly is not going to get taken in the top 10.
Oh, McCarthy?
Yeah.
McCarthy.
I can read it to you later. I don't have time, but Adam Beasley wrote a column for Pro Football Network, and it says NFL draft history suggests the Miami Dolphins probably can't do any better than Tua Tagovailoa. And I'm with it. And he goes through a whole reasoning of what you see coming out in each and every draft, what you have statistically, and it wouldn't make any sense. That would be the cutesiest of the cutesy.
Right.
If they took a quarterback, the cutesiest of the cutesy.
Right. And statistics will also tell you that how many teams and how many rounds passed up on Tom Brady?
No, okay. Find him again. Go ahead.
I'll find Tom.
Go ahead. I dare you. Because they've tried to find him. His name was John Beck, and his name was Cleo Lemon, and I got to find my T-shirt. But they've tried it.
Pat White?
It doesn't work.
Friend of mine, Pat White. He was the answer.
Chad Henne had all the characteristics of the next Tom Brady. Tall, out of Michigan, second rounder, wasn't even a top drafted guy.
So close.
Yet so far.
So close. Somebody wants to know via text, the person that gave Asia that cappuccino, did he look like Drake by any chance?
Was that Drake? He had a hat on.
Let's do headlines. So we're talking about boots on the ground. Will Manso is in Boston. He's going to join us today. We will talk Heat Celtics with Will. Billy Lindsay, great former Florida Panther, broadcaster now. We'll talk about Panthers Lightning with us. And we get a night off tonight from the action, but then it starts up tomorrow. You get your Panthers, then your Heat, then your Panthers. You get a fun little week or so here of alternating games. Let's get headlines here with Alejandro Solana, decked out from head to toe in Miami Dolphins gear.
Yeah. Not my Tua jersey, though. Just a good old-fashioned vintage Dolphins. The good old days, gentlemen. The Marino era.
You're excited about the draft, huh?
I am. Yeah. A lot of potential, I believe, in this upcoming NFL draft.
We won't have any draft programming, right? Because we have a Panthers game that night.
We have a Panthers game that night, so no NFL draft. We were trying to do it, put together the Game Day Uncensored crew back, me, Tobin, and Omar, but Panthers broadcast kind of nixed that whole plan.
So you guys had like an anchorman battle. It was you, Tobin, Omar, and you were facing off. So it's Panthers radio. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay,
and Kevin Rogers or Alex Don.
Kevin Rogers, yeah. You
Yeah.
guys didn't have a chance.
Well, I have K-Raj. I called that matchup right off the bat. We might have a chance. Like Tobin's kind of diesel, right? Like
Plagans.
Tobin's
Tobin Plagins, that's a good one.
Chest, like he goes, you know what he does? He goes to the gym, he benches, then he does a set of triceps and a set of biceps, and he goes home. So like he's got some power to him.
But then the next day is leg day, and that's when he does biceps and triceps.
Right.
If Doug moves him around now, I don't know what's gonna happen if he makes a move.
Is Billy Lindsay still in really good? I've never met Billy Lindsay in person. He
played professional hockey. So for many years and very well. So go look around at professional hockey players and find the guy who's going to lose to Omar in a fight.
He's got the nickname for sure, right? Like best nickname, the Blonde Bomber.
Blonde Bomber. Did he have a head of hair when he was playing? Still got a good head of hair, but he kind of keeps it like very like conservative, like just he had that hair flowing, man. Oh, back that 95, 96 season.
Solana, I don't think Hawk wants to tell you. Dolphins uncensored plus 7,000.
Big dog. They're a big dog in this fight. They're a big dog. And Plagins doesn't even like to fight.
Right.
But he'll fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know.
All those hockey guys got a little something to them.
They got a little something to them.
There's like a line you don't cross with Plagins, but once you've crossed it, you're going to be sorry.
Right. Lights out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, I got K-Raj. I feel pretty good about that one.
K-Raj has some anger in him. I got to tell you. He's tightly wound.
Yeah, but he's taken down one too many 7-Eleven big gulps for me not to be able to outlast him.
Even money.
Him and K-Raj? Because I don't see K-Raj ever giving in. I see K-Raj literally being just one ear left and the ear fighting still. Like, you know what I mean? Like K-Raj is not going to give up.
Broken leg crawling towards you.
Yeah, just a flesh wound.
These headlines are driven by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford, we know truck. So game 2, as Hawk mentioned, will be tomorrow, 7:30 p.m., Amerant Bank Arena. The Panthers held on for game 1. They end up winning 3-2. Tampa Bay scores a late goal, shorthanded goal with about 10 seconds left in the game. But,
let me tell you something. The Lightning, if you bet that game, because it was like Panthers minus 165, the goal line was Panthers minus 1.5. If you bet the goal line, you were ready to rip your eyes out when they let in that goal with 10 seconds to go.
Yeah. I didn't know the line.
I had a parlay. I had several bets, all lost. But I had a parlay. Panthers minus 165 with the Heat plus 14. Do you remember the Heat? I believe it was 14 with about a minute 45, somewhere around there.
Yeah, they went on a massive 30-10 run led by DeLon Wright, of all guys. They cut it to 14 with about 2 minutes to go.
So no one's interested in this game except me and Caleb Martin, who went out there to do some damage. He got the code red alert. He went out there, did his thing. I'm just teasing. But no one cares. And now all of a sudden, this is crazy. So this is a decent parlay. It was like plus 285, something like that. All I need is the Heat to cover 14. The Celtics have this thing won. It just matters by how much now at this point. They play this last minute and a half as if it's a one possession game. Both teams, they're taking timeouts. They're running plays. And Jaime Jaquez Jr. is bouncing the ball off his knees. But Jaime Jaquez Jr. looks like he has 4 knees. And it just slipped away. I thought I was going to have an amazing backdoor cover on this parlay, and it just slipped away.
I've said that saying before. To get out of fights, I'll say, I don't know who's going to win this fight, but we're both going to the hospital. Caleb Martin went out there like that. I might have won the game, but somebody's going to the hospital. Caleb knew the assignment.
Stop it. The guy got pushed by Drew Holiday. Now Brian Scalabrine wants to cry about it on the Celtics broadcast.
Yeah, I'm on
like
Team Scal. Love Scal.
Stop it. Guy's a loser.
Love Scal. Love Perk. Those are 2 friends of the show.
They are.
Perk.
Alan Perk, our friends of the show.
Perk was friends of the show when it benefited him. Then the second he wanted to jump ship, that's it. We never heard from him again. And
Just telling you, two friends of the show are very vehement in their dislike for the Heat right now, and we have to take it into account. I mean, they're friends of the show.
What are you doing there, man? I mean, and Eddie House, who drafted by the Heat, played for Coach Spo, sitting there. He's listening to Brian Scalabrine literally insinuate that Spo called a timeout, which he reviewed a play, challenged a play, had nothing to do with anything else. And he's telling Caleb Martin to go out there and foul Jason Tatum hard when Caleb got pushed in there. Hey, Eddie House, yeah, you might have one of the greatest celebrations in Heat history when you're showing us your you-know-whats, but maybe use them every once in a while to remind people Spo's not a dirty coach.
So you hate House, Scal, Perk, and Tua.
I don't hate House, but the other ones, yeah.
Sounds like you hate him.
All right. I'm going to keep a list.
Cornbread Maxwell's a friend of the show. I have to tell you, we're kind of like the Celtics flagship. Just this show. This show is very Celtics friendly.
With the Celtics flagship.
Who's that guy Appel had on for 6 hours?
Oh,
Didn't he have a Celtics announcer on?
The radio play-by-play guy on for seven segments. Incredible. All right. Well, game 2. The Heat will even the series Wednesday at 7 p.m. from TD Garden.
That's if the Celtics start Scal and Perk.
And House and Tua.
Eddie House and Cornbread Maxwell.
Hey, Brig got 12 in him now. Brig go get the double digits.
I don't know if Sam Hauser's coming off the bench. That starting 5 might got the Heat too.
Ridiculous, that guy.
The Marlins did split their 4-game series with the Cubs. How about the Fish, baby? 2 wins on the board in a weekend.
How about that?
They play the Atlanta Braves 3-game series beginning tonight from the ATL. And a little shout out to Inter Miami. They beat Nashville 3-1. Nice victory from the Eastern Conference leaders in the MLS. A brace for Messi. Plus, he had an assist to Sergio Busquets. 3-1 was your final.
All right.
Your weather from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm. Call them 866-954-MORE, youraccidentattorneys.com. Here in El Portal, it was just raining, a monsoon, that like hurricane rain that just came down. But
totally
now
throws off your prepared weather.
It's crazy. But now it's actually cleared up a little bit.
You just can't say beautiful day. Like even you would call yourself out as a liar.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of rain, you'll call it a beautiful day. What's going on there today, you can't even do that.
I can't stoop that low. I mean, come on. But I will say it has cleared up. Gorgeous, gorgeous afternoon right now in El Portal. But there is a lot of rain in South Florida, so drive safely, South Floridians.